Burn a few more minutes here before Big D gets here. Well, UFC legend CAIN Velasquez sentenced to 5 years in prison for shooting. And I know, Rick, you sent me a story earlier today as well. In fact, this is the story. This is Warner Todd Houston of Breitbart. Two-time UFC heavyweight champion CAIN Velasquez has been handed a 5-year prison sentence after being convicted of a shooting incident back in 2022. Velasquez was found guilty on attempted murder charges after he engaged in a high-speed car chase and then fired shots at Harry Goularte, who was accused of sexually molesting Velasquez's 4-year-old son.
Yeah.
This is what I'm saying. And on multiple occasions.
You know what?
According to Yahoo Sports.
I don't agree with him, opening fire because it was kind of reckless the way he was doing it. But I understand. You know what I mean?
Well, I'll tell you.
4-year-old son.
Yep.
I'm surprised he even bothered with a gun. Why he didn't just grab this guy and just maybe put some moves on him. That's all I'm saying.
I think
show him what he used to do for a living.
That could have been the grace of God that he used the gun in his hands, because they would have destroyed the guy.
Exactly.
He wouldn't be able to walk. But the guy doesn't deserve to walk. And I don't know. You'd have to really search far and long to find a father that wouldn't have taking a matter like that into his own hands. Certainly I would have. And I don't even have kids. And Santa Clara County, California Superior Court Judge Arthur Bocanero presided over the case that has been winding through the courts for 3 years, during which Velasquez was found guilty on 10 firearms counts. But the judge also expressed much sympathy for Velasquez over his desire to protect his child. So there was that element as well. I mean, look, he could have given him 15 years, right? The former UFC champ had expressed remorse for trying to take justice into his own hands. What I did was not correct, Velasquez said on a podcast with Kyle Kingsbury. I understand that. I paid, and I'll pay whatever else as far as what I have to do to pay all that back. I don't think I can pay that back, but I can always learn from my mistakes and help others. It's just information that you never know anybody. Trust your kids. Have that open communication with your kids. He added, the way that I handled things was not the way to do it. We cannot put the law in our own hands. The 5-year sentence was reduced by the 1,283 days already served. Goularte is also standing trial after being accused of lewd acts with a minor. He pleaded not guilty to the charges. So, quite a crazy story. Great fighter too, by the way. He was one of a great heavyweight champion too. But Rick, that's an interesting story to say the least.
And it's disgusting. This guy actually gets to walk around. Again, you know what? I totally identify with what this guy's must have felt, because take a look if you want to get a feeling of it, and people that have had have kids know this, but just if you're just walking around and you don't have kids and walk around a store and you see a four-year-old little kid walking around, and think about some old man trying to do some, and if that doesn't make your blood boil, then you have a mental problem, because you don't even have to know the kid, be related to him, to say, you know what, I like you, Slick, you'd probably step up and say, get your hands off that kid.
Like this entire audience that watches this show. We know exactly. A lot of the folks that watch our show. And I know what everybody's thinking right now.
Totally unacceptable.
Yes.
CAIN Velasquez, all the power to you, man. Hope you make it through.
He'll get
through okay. And, know you've got a lot of people saying, I'd have done the same damn thing.